Hi, everyone. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here to do my new spread called Messages of the Heart. And this is going to give us a good look at what needs to be released in order to call in our soulmate or divine counterpart. Good morning, Lachey. Good morning, Dewey. Thank y'all for being here. I'm really excited about this new spread. My heart is thumping a little bit. I'm not sure why. So this was a spread that my guides had given me last week that they really want me to start doing. So this is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this could resonate with you, but these are general messages, y'all. So if it doesn't apply to you, then please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Good morning, Ellie. Much love. Mwah. Love you guys. But yeah, we're also going to not only be bringing awareness to what needs to be healed. Good morning, Michelle. I'm so glad y'all are hopping in. Get that energy pumping, right? But this is going to give us a good look at what needs to be healed and bring awareness to these things so that we can have a more open heart to really allow that real love in, right? Because most of us do have these blockages around the heart space, and we're scared of letting love in and really accepting and knowing our worth and that deservingness, right? So I feel like this is a good spread for us to just bring that awareness, have some clue of who's coming in, what are the characteristics, what are, some of the traits of the people that, are coming into our lives. But this is for soulmate or divine counterparts. Okay. So this is part of our healing process, again, to bring awareness, to bring clarity, closure, acceptance, all of that good stuff. So, make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe. If you're new, welcome, my lovely tribe. Hey, Debbie. I'm just so appreciative of y'all, and thank you for supporting me through all of this. But yeah, we'll also be getting messages from our divine counterpart or soulmate as well. And what do they want us to know at this given time? So we're going to do this we're going to do this by elements. Okay. So I'm going to try and keep track of the timestamps. Let's see. Okay. Who do we want to start with? They're going straight towards fire. All right. So fire signs. I'll do 2, 8. All right. So we're going to pull 3 cards. They want us to pull 3 cards, okay, of what needs to be released. What needs to be released? Okay. Okay. Normally, I do not read reversals, so I'm not going to, but I'm still going to put the message out there, okay? So, yes, fire. Okay. So, dear fire signs, yeah. A lot of what needs to be released when it comes to opening your heart is trusting your own inner knowing of when things really need to come to an end, when things need to start to begin, and trusting that the steps we're taking forward are for the highest good, right? The Knight of Staffs did come out in reverse. So I feel like a lot of fire signs, whether this be you or things that you have experienced in your past, intuitively I'm picking up that you have dealt with a lot of player mentality in your past, okay? And sometimes when you deal with player mentality, and you have people playing games with your emotions and with your heart in general, like, we have a hard time. And this is the kind of energy where I say you've been mind fucked, right? Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for being here, everyone. but there's been kind of a hardship with fire signs where it's like, do I stay? Do I let go? And we question ourselves of, um, moving forward into a new life for fear of what may be around that corner. And are we going to experience the same things over and over again? Okay. Um, some of you might have dealt with a Scorpio in the past. We do have the New Beginnings card, which represents Scorpio. It's the death card. But it's also, I'm getting about really stepping into your own power. Okay. Trusting your emotions, trusting your instincts, and understanding that when we step into our power and we follow our intuition, instinctively knowing what to do and moving, acting on it quickly, okay? It's when we really allow ourselves to step into the new phase of self. Okay, when it comes to spiritual evolution, I really loved what Jai and the girl she was interviewing last night. It's spiritual maturity, right? And we learn to bring more joy into our everyday existence, right? Stacy, yes, thank you. Stacy Jewell. I remember her last name. But, I really loved how they were bringing that forward because it makes a lot of sense, okay? And sometimes when either we play games or we allow people to play games with our emotions and with our feelings, we start to lose our confidence. We start to lose that courageousness. And so then we really question where things should begin and where they should end. Okay. And this is something you have probably dealt with a lot in your relationships in general. Okay. So this is, again, what needs to be released, what needs to be brought to awareness. So really question yourself on these things, because just because these things have not happened in the past, and just because these things have happened in the past, you stepping into your spiritual maturity allows you to make room for new opportunities, which doesn't necessarily mean that the past is going to repeat itself. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups on the bottom. Some of you could have been cheated on a lot or had a lot of outside influences in your relationships. But now we're moving into a place where we have stronger boundaries. We're clear. We're very communicative about the way that we're speaking up for ourselves and about the experiences that we want to have, right? And there's nothing wrong with that's what we should be doing. We should be communicating open and honestly about what we what we want out of the relationships that are in our life. So I'm going to pull one more card. Okay. Hi, Nabrisha. How are you? So what guidance do you have for fire signs when it comes to releasing and opening your heart, please? A Ten of Cups. And that's what I'm saying, with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups, I feel like, again, most of it is about having that truth, that clarity, that open and honest communication about the joy, the experiences we want in our life. And the Ten of Cups says that you can have it all. Okay. When you release these patterns, this belief system about all relationships being the same, all genders being the same, and constantly doubting yourself because you happen to run into, people who didn't take your emotions or your heart seriously. Okay. Just because they did not honor what you have to offer does not mean that you are any less valid than what you should be. Okay. That is on them, not on you. And spirit needs you to know that, because you do have a big heart. You have a lot of love to give, and you have the opportunity to have what exactly you are hoping for or looking for. But you have to get on the same vibrational match as that and understand that don't waste your time on people who are taking advantage of your goodwill, of the effort that you're willing to put into your relationships, or um, the power that you have in walking away from those situations if it does not suit you, right? If it is not for your highest good. If someone's going to play with your emotions, you're out that fucking door. You know what I'm saying? So understand that you have this, that you are not only capable, but you are deserving of all the love that this universe has to offer. But you also have to be aware that this energy, this love already resides within you. So it's about breaking down those barriers around your heart and allowing people to see the vulnerable, authentic you. And when people see that, when the right person, when we're talking about soulmates, divine counterparts, right? When you are allowing them to see you in this light, it will help deepen that connection. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom. So this is talking about being, independent, being fruitful, being bountiful, and knowing that you have everything going on for you. You don't need someone to complete that. It's someone to share that with, right? So let's see what advice, and I'll pull a card too to see what characteristics this person has, and then we'll use the Lover's Oracle to bring messages from this as well. What message does fire sign need to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to hear about their divine counterpart or soulmate? Focus on your priorities. So again, when you're focusing on, we have windfall of abundance on the bottom. So when you're focusing on your inner healing and working on your connection with source, just closing your eyes and tuning into your heart space, you're going to feel what vibration your heart's at, right? And if that's in alignment, like when you think about love, do you think about it in fear, or do you think about it in optimism? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the vibrational difference. We need to be in alignment with love in the first place. So if we have blockages around the heart space that aren't allowing us to express freely, then we're not fully allowing people to see our true self. Okay. So I feel like this is a part of that internal guiding system, right? Where the fire signs had a problem in the past, like really knowing when to leave and when to step in. And it was like a battle of stepping into this new way of life and this new way of like truly accepting love into their life, because they're used to disappointment, and that's not the case. So you have changed. Okay, you have changed, fire signs. So let's see, what is the either sign, personality, characteristics of fire signs, soulmate, divine counterparts, anything we need to know about their partner. Whoa. Okay. Well, they are scattered all over. So let's see. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like in the past, there have been a lot of blockages. We have the Nine of Staffs, which talks about the wounded warrior. So this could be someone that you've had a lot of conflict with, or someone being really guarded. And, you know, again, this is that energy that I was talking about, feeling really guarded towards people coming into your life because you're used to player and bullshit mentality, right? And you're not willing to let people too close to you. With the Five of Staffs, this is, you know, a lot of, I feel like this is more of that internal conflict, where it's like, I feel like I have to strategize. I have to go about this the right way instead of just being and let things flow freely. You're trying to understand it too much without actually enjoying it. Now, I do feel that with the Queen of Swords, you know, so it doesn't necessarily have to be an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they could have this in their chart. But this person is really focusing more on themselves, on their career, rather than relationships at this point. This is someone that you have had a history with, whether it is in this life or past. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So it's like some of you could be getting an invitation from them soon. I'm also seeing that with this Three of Cups. But again, this person isn't too focused on being emotional at this point. This is someone that is really trying to stay focused on their independence, you know, being self-reliant and, you know, cutting things out that are necessary. And they could be going through this as well, especially with the Nine of Staffs and the Five of Staffs. This is like trying to keep themselves out of drama, not getting too attached and staying guarded. So their heart and their emotions aren't on the line. So, and again, if you're dealing with a twin flame journey, you know, you're mirroring each other. So, I mean, it is what it is. But let's see what's on the bottom. They're saying, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. What's on the bottom? Yeah, there's definitely communication coming in soon. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Yes. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I feel like soon, I'm getting between the next 3 to 6, either days or weeks. Okay. Everyone's on a different timeline, but somewhere between 3 to 6 days or weeks, there's going to be new communication coming in between y'all. This person could have light features, you know, blonde hair, someone who prefers to take care of themselves. Someone who is very inspiring, like, you know, goes after what they want, possibly a very focused and determined worker. They're focused on building their kingdom, their life, right? They're not too focused on emotions at this point. But their solar plexus could be off the charts when you're around them as well. So, but the Queen of Swords is also no joke, man. She is a survivor. She has been through a lot. So this person could have very well had a very rough past, a very, you know, harsh childhood, not a lot of love and reciprocation, possibly within their relationships romantically as well. So that's why they're very guarded. I mean, this person does not let people into their life, let alone their heart, very easily, is what I'm saying. So I do feel like there will be some communication. Maybe y'all go out for some drinks or, you know, dinner. Maybe you get invited to a party where they're at or something like that. But this is definitely like where both of you are kind of guarded with each other at this point. And, you know, it will get better. There's definitely a bond strengthening between y'all. I can feel it. It's just, it's going to take some time. So let's see what messages they want to tell you. Okay. What message does the divine counterpart want to tell their fire signs? Only time will tell. Okay, and that one. All right, so let's see what we got going on. This one. Okay. All right. So this is a message from your divine counterpart and what they want you to know, feel. You could already be getting these messages. So not only will time tell. So again, opening your heart space, allowing and honoring your emotions about what you're feeling, about love, about your divine counterpart, your soulmate, but knowing that everything will fall into place when it's meant to, okay? Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. A lot of you could be going through a huge transformation, especially when it comes to your connection to spirit, seeing things very clearly. And again, listening to your heart. You're opening your heart. You're letting these emotions go. You're coming into more of a place of acceptance, and you're doing what feels good to you, right? Not living in a state of fear, but you know that this is something that you just don't want to walk away from. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So even if you are in separation or you're working on that reconciliation with each other, this person does care about you deeply. Okay. And they're telling you that you need to be listening to your own heart. You need to be listening to your own emotion, and know that they're there energetically, whether they're showing that to you or not. Okay. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. This is a good time for you to stay grounded. Again, the all-seeing eye, the cross, having faith in the situation, allowing your hearts to flow freely and not try too hard to control the situation. Okay. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So they're telling you that there is nothing that you can truly do that is going to make them run. Like, just walk away and never look back again. Every choice that y'all make through this connection is going to help y'all understand and accept each other on a different level, okay? And close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. This is that self-love, y'all. This is allowing joy. And I said it earlier, allowing joy into your life regardless, okay? And when you know how to have fun with yourself and love yourself on an unconditional level, you will see that in return from your counterpart, okay? So I hope that helps y'all. That's really powerful. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So who do y'all want to move on to next? Water. Okay. So water signs. All right. So I hope that helps. Let me know if that resonates with y'all. All right, water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have? All right. Oh, a lot of mental energy, y'all. A lot of mental. All right, what's on the bottom? The Magician. Okay. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Okay. Y'all are instantly manifesting, so be very careful of your emotions at this time. Okay, especially with the mental energy that's coming through. This is talking about your emotions and your mental process affecting what is actually happening around you with your counterpart, okay? All right. Attracting, not chasing. Okay. All right. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Star card. Some of you could be dealing with Aquarius or an air sign. There's a lot of air. So again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Aquarius energy. But again, with attracting and not chasing, yeah, there's, okay, we have, so another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Knight of Cups. So some of this is your energy. We also have Earth sign here. Okay, so let's see. Let's tap into this real quick. Okay, so what needs to be released in order to allow your soulmate, divine counterpart, and water signs? First off, you have to release yourself from the mental prison you're keeping yourself locked in. You know, and it's all surrounding your hopes and dreams, and that's what the Star card represents, is the healing, the balance, the outpour of emotion, getting to the root of what is actually causing this inner chaos. But you know, don't backtrack. Don't keep going back. If you're having a hard time sleeping because you're constantly thinking about this connection, you know, you're like, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that, blah, blah, blah. Don't berate yourself, but learn from it. Okay. Whether this is you reflecting on your past relationships or the things that you have done in, you know, response of your divine counterpart, soulmate, there is a situation when it comes to the way that you analyze the situations you are experiencing. It's coming to a new phase. Okay. Which the good thing is that after the 10, there's the ace. So it's like a new sense of understanding about the situation at hand. But when it comes to truly believing in yourself and allowing the stars and the universe to guide you to open up your heart and allow this love in, you know, this is allowing these opportunities for new things to come in when you release your past. A lot of this is about your past that you keep dwelling over, okay? And they're telling you it's over. The past has already happened. You can't do anything about it, okay? All you can do is learn from it. Take that experience and help you move forward, okay? When it comes to attracting, not chasing, when we are chasing, we are in lack mentality. When we're saying, you just need to love me, you cannot force anyone to love you because you don't love yourself. Okay, we need to get to that point. And listen, we're all going through it. And even when we think we fully love ourselves, there's always a little something else that we can do to truly love and nurture ourselves on a whole basis, right? It's a constant evolution of self-love, because most of us have gone through such extreme changes, we don't even know who we are anymore. So once it comes to that point of rediscovering self without the conditioning, without the habits and patterns that we've picked up from our family and our lovers and friends and whatever, things that we have accepted as our truth, that is not. It's about realigning with self, okay? And when we actually say, you know, that's their fears, not mine, and I'm choosing to see the life that I want because this is what I'm creating for self, right? With the Magician card, okay? I have the tools, I have the experience from my past to help me create a new life for myself with hope, with faith, with optimism, with excitement running through my veins. That is when the heart chakra is going to just open wide and you're going to be like, okay, give me all the love. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because you're chasing it or trying to convince anyone of how worthy you are. You just know. Look at that. I'm strong. Okay. So it's one of those moments where you don't have to convince anyone of your presence. You are just present. And when you come into that understanding of self, right, and you just allow the emotions to flow out, um, you're just going to gracefully bow out. Be like, okay, fear, you served this, but I'm letting you go because I am ready for all kinds of new love, of acceptance, of new opportunities and experiences that are going to open my world and open my eyes and allow me to see everything from a totally different light. And that is what we are doing, because we have dwelled over this too long. We have sat up late at night wondering what to do about this situation, and it has not served us because we were staying stuck, right? So anyone or anything you chase after will run in the other direction because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. And you can start that off by doing it to yourself, right? Saying, I love you, I honor you, but right now, this is my focus, healing, opening my heart so I can be prepared for you, okay? So let's see what characteristics or sign Spirit wants us to know about your soulmate, divine counterpart. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But this is about talking about, putting in, I see Cancer as well. But this is about, putting in the work and, really focusing on paying attention to the details that are self. And if we're dealing with twin flame energy, then, they are you. So whatever you heals, gives them opportunity to heal. But it's really about taking the necessary steps to really build ourselves back up and focus on, perfecting our craft, okay? Moving forward. So they could be working on themselves very much so. Some of them could even be building a business. But I do see them moving straight towards you, okay? We have the Queen of Cups here. So when you're staying in your heart center and listening to your intuition and the downloads that you're getting, this person is going to move right towards you, okay? But you have to come from a more heart-centered place instead of in your mind, okay? Remember, practice makes perfect. And on the bottom, we have some karmic cycles that are coming to a close. So new ones can begin. And I definitely see an earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, I got all signs, fire as well. So, this person could have, I see a lot more when it comes to, characteristics or traits about this person. They could have like darker features, someone who is a little on the taller side, someone who really likes to move quickly forward, doesn't like to stay stagnant. They put in the hard work. Okay, so take however that resonates. Whoa. Okay, so the messages from your soulmate, divine counterpart, that they want you to know. Time, you were trying too hard. Give it time, because only time will tell. So again, stay grounded, work on your connection to spirit, allow your hearts to roam freely. You are not in control of anyone, and you should never claim someone to the point where you are not allowing them to express themselves freely, vice versa. Okay. But this is a really good time for you to focus on your heart space, just like the fire signs, and allow the emotions to flow freely and honor those emotions. Hi, Human Star. I am not doing personal readings today, but you can always, my information is down below. If anyone would like a personal reading, you can find all that information in the description box, okay? So the next message we have is, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And again, this is, look how gentle she's being with her heart space, y'all. This is really about not only staying grounded, but getting connected back to self. Hey, how are you? But this, moving into this more, this state of compassion for self, for acceptance, understanding, right? You're allowing those new opportunities to come in. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So this seems to be a constant theme today. But again, it's allowing your heart to shine brightly, to not be afraid of expressing yourself authentically with vulnerability, and just leaning into that love, okay? Now, we also have romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. See, and once you raise your vibration, because most of the people watching my videos are divine feminine, whether you are female or male, but most of you are living out the divine feminine counterpart, right? As you start to activate, okay, you are sending this energy to your divine counterpart, okay, soulmate, twin flame. But this is the soulmate card. So if you are wondering if this person is your soulmate, here is your confirmation. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So if you have someone who just strikes up your emotion and says, I don't know why this person always gets to me, they always, trigger me some way, or this person knows me, like there's this connection, right? This person really sparks a fire under your ass, if you know what I'm saying. Even if you are not together, or if you are and have this disconnection between you, if we go into a state of fear and be like, oh, they're going to go downhill, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, then we are pushing them further and further down. We need to be praying for them, that they get the sense of courage and the clarity that they need to step up to the plate when the time is right, and understand that we cannot force this. This is something that needs to happen, and we need to be doing our part as well. Okay. So I hope that helps, y'all. Let me know how the messages resonate, man. I want to know. Okay. So they want to move on to air next. So 30, 32. And I will timestamp all these after I am done. Okay. So what does air sign need to know? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus about their soulmate, divine counterpart. What do they need to release? Okay. In order to open their hearts to their counterpart. Okay. Okay, we got a little extra. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, earth sign, or water. I'm seeing specifically fire and earth, though. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But a lot of this has to do more with your emotional aspect of, feeling like love is a battlefield. I don't know where that just came up, but it's like love has always been super dramatic for me. I've never experienced a healthy partnership. I just want to stay away from the drama. And especially with the Four of Cups, this is like being so disappointed with love in your life that you're just blocked off, like you're turning your back on it. You're not really allowing or accepting like real partnerships to come in. Okay. And I feel like there's a fear of commitment as well. Yeah. So there's a water sign too. Another fire sign. But there is going to be, some sort of like aha moment of clarity, truth coming out about this connection. I feel like there's going to be more equal give and take that leads to the 10 of Cups. Okay. But I am honestly seeing all signs right now. But again, this is your energy. So let's see where this is going. Maybe you feel that, again, love is a battlefield. With the King of Staffs, this is someone that has really been through a lot of shit and, has built their empire. And you're just like, I don't have time for that. I'm focusing on my passions. I'm focusing on my drive. I'm walking away in search of something better. Maybe that's why you have a hard time letting people in, because you're really not at that point in your life where you feel completely fulfilled. And so you're constantly searching for something that's better. And, this is a very slow process for you air signs as well. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is the slowest moving in the deck. So you could be taken. I explained to my mom earlier, the Knight of Pentacles is like the epitome of baby steps. Like you have to put your big toe in and then just slowly, as slow as you can. It's almost like millimeters every 20 minutes slow. Okay. You are not rushing towards any sort of emotional offers is what I'm seeing. You are definitely focused about standing your ground, staying in your power, and walking away from anything that could be comfortable or familiar for you. But when we dwell on the past and, afraid to take that step into, really opening up and being vulnerable with someone that we're either drawn to or care about, we could definitely miss out on opportunities. But this is also a time for you to understand that sometimes we have to take a risk, right? If we don't take a risk, how do you ever know? Really, how do you know? And if you're looking at love as a battlefield and feel like, there's nothing but drama or disappointment to come from relationships, then of course that is what you're going to get. But you're definitely on a spiritual quest. I feel like you were taking slow, methodical steps towards really understanding your emotions better. But especially in your past, this worked for you. This was your safety blanket of, just nope, I am not focusing on love. I am just focusing on me and building my empire and having the life that I want. I don't need them type thing, but you really need to learn to have more patience with yourself and try to understand deeper about what these emotions are actually speaking to you. You know what is right for you, though. I feel like a lot of you are being called towards something, but you're just taking your time with it, which is nothing wrong. You got to take your time. You don't have to rush anything. And, you're definitely focused more on your passions and having what you need in order to succeed in life. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Okay. So let's see who is air sign dealing with that is their soulmate, divine counterpart? Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, earth sign, fire sign. I'm seeing them all. Okay. So the person that you are dealing with is definitely going through a really serious healing cycle. Okay. They have, they are definitely trying to bring more balance into their life. You know, this connection could have definitely shaken them up, like something serious. Um, you know, something could have definitely been very unexpected and like kind of triggered this healing process. There's a lot of forgiveness and patience that is going on their side of things. Um, and this is someone that's definitely planted their seeds, but again, being patient, and hoping and praying and just watching things come into fruition, watching the progress of the connection. And they're definitely at a crossroads of what to do in this situation. You know, how are you going to fit into their life? You know, are we going to be able to move together? Do we have the same vision? That kind of thing. And, you know, they're very cautious about who they let into their life as well. So, you know, they're probably a little more bold and ambitious when it comes to stepping into opportunities of partnerships, but they're definitely focused on this connection and making sure that there's equal energy exchange between the two of you. And you know, really working on building their self back up as well. Because, like I said, this connection, I feel like really shook them up. And with the Tower card and the Six of Staffs, they're just working really hard to bring more order and balance into not only the connection, but with their healing process as well. So let's see, what message does air sign need to remember about this connection at this time? Whoa. Again, focus on your priorities. Okay, so this is really time for you to work on your connection with spirit, focusing on your internal guidance system, listening to what you're being pulled or pushed towards, focusing on the underlying issues that resolve around why you're scared to let love in and why you think love is all drama and bullshit. And that's probably, it's just easier for you to think of that because you don't want to admit that you're fucking scared of it. You know what I'm saying? Which we've all been there. But where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. So if you want to actually have someone to share your life with and have that really abundant relationship, which someone is sparking your soul, you know, your priorities are calling to you, and you need to be paying attention and let spirit guide you through this transition. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident, and you are a priority, air sign. Okay? Your emotions are a priority. Your happiness is a priority. So once you get to that point of just being able to close your eyes and feel peacefulness, that is when you're really going to start to be able to open up to other people in your life and allow this success to happen. But if you feel like you are being called or drawn to something and you just keep ignoring it, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, my heart is pounding out of my chest. Why can't I get them off my mind? You know, and you're just like, I'm not going to deal with it. That's where the Tower energy comes in, because they're like, bam, smack you right upside the forehead. What are you thinking? Get it done. You know what I'm saying? So detox your friendships. Okay, there could be other people in your life that energy vampires, you know, people who don't really want to see you successful or see you with this person that can actually make you happy. As far as characteristics, I see both aspects. I do see, you know, darker features and lighter features. Some of you could even be dealing with someone who has red hair. But for the most part, I feel like the person you are dealing with is pretty confident with where they stand in life, and they are not afraid to not only plant the seeds, but to move forward accordingly, depending on where the energy lies. And they are not about staying stagnant, but they are about being patient. Okay? So take however that resonates. But let's see what messages they have for you, air signs. What does the air signs counterpart want to tell them today? You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose, even to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So again, you might not understand. They might not understand. You know, it can go both ways. But y'all might not understand why, you know, all of this is happening and why you can't just be together, or why does things have to be so damn difficult? You know what I'm saying? But through all of this transformation, you'll see the blessing in it all. Okay. There's definitely a lot of reflection happening. So give each other some time and space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So they're telling you, you know, like, I give you that space. I have faith that this is going to work out. I forgive you for, you know, blocking me out or not opening up to me. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Again, focusing on your priorities. Okay. They want you to focus on your priorities. They want you to focus on your healing. And they understand that there is this reflection between you, and you need that time in order to heal before you can come together. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is deep as the ocean. There is deep, deep love here, air signs, and they want you to know that. And they're not rushing it. They're not rushing it because only time will tell. They want you to open your heart. They want you to like really pay attention to your emotions and allow this release to happen. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And this is one thing that I can definitely testify when it comes to the twin flame journey is like complete surrender is needed. There is no claiming you are mine. This is how it should be. Like, there are no rules to this game, y'all. So, and there's definitely no guidebook. No one tells you really what needs to be done because everyone's situation is different, you know, so you really have to rely on your heart and your guidance, your internal guidance to help you through this process. So I hope that helps y'all. All right, so let's move on to earth signs. 335. All right. So let's see what is going on with earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. What do they need? This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to know right now when it comes to what needs to be released in order to call in their soulmate or divine partner? Okay. Whew. All right. So this is all about commitment, y'all. This is all about your commitment. Some of you, especially with the 2 of Cups on the bottom here, the 6 of Cups as well. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a fire sign. you could have the fire in your charts as well. But what I am seeing for earth signs is that when it comes to things that you have done in the past, you probably have moved very quickly when it comes to love. And you're just a very passionate person for the most of you when it comes to moving forward. But there's always been something about jumping into committed relationships. I feel like this is more about, trusting the divine guidance when it comes to your divine counterpart or your soulmate, and allowing yourself to be a little more confident and enthusiastic when it comes to the new life that you have stepped into. Um, I feel like a lot of you or not Taurus, earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, have really stepped into more of a spiritual awakening when it comes to love in general. Um, I also feel that you really started to learn how to believe more in yourself and what you have to offer. And if you haven't, this is something that you need to be working on, but you instinctively know what to do. But you could have questioned this in the past, right? You could have questioned, your faith in relationships or this connection. You could have also been scared to take a leap of faith with someone that really striked your fancy, because, I mean, we're talking about past life connection, someone you have been through a lot of, there's a history here. And I feel like y'all are very intuitive when it comes to this person as well. We have a lot of significant changes happening for you specifically. I feel like you're also either needing or starting to become more aware of who you're allowing into your life, right? And you're just trying to focus on the transformation and what really brings joy into your life, and that's a very powerful thing. But if you were someone that rushed into love or constantly wanting that security of a relationship and family life, um, this is really about staying more committed to your individual journey, right? And I feel like now that you have taken some of this time, then this connection has come in and just made you look at things from a different perspective and really finish up some of the mental things that have kept you, you know, like reeling over the past. But I feel like there are more messages here. What really needs to be released? Especially with the divine guidance card, this talks about Taurus. But yeah, that Ten of Swords, I saw that too. So this is about really, clearing up some of the karmic cycles that have been, again, starting the process of you moving forward. With the Wheel of Fortune, we have 3 major arcanas here, y'all. So there are new beginnings happening. You are definitely going through some very significant changes at a very fast rate, okay? Especially when it comes to love in general. I feel like the cycles that you have been clearing up with the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, you really starting to lean more into your faith and your connection to source, because you're ready for these new beginnings to start. You're ready for the new beginnings to start, okay? So, let's see. All right, who are earth signs dealing with? Signs, characteristics, traits. What do we need to know? The 7 of Cups. So they could have a lot of options right now. Maybe they're trying to be a little more clear on what they actually want. Okay. I I feel like they're trying to be clear so they can actually take action. They're trying to clear up some stuff. Let's see. What else do we need? Can you tell me about earth signs? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Who are they dealing with? Characteristics, traits, what's going on? So some of you could be dealing with an Aries or air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Emperor and then the Page of Swords. So this person might not be communicating a lot. It could be very childish, or just not at all. Maybe they're spying on you, watching you on social media, but not really communicating about this connection. They're just trying to feel like they're in control. But especially with the Seven of Cups, they're just trying to stay stable in this situation. And even though these offers are around, they're going through some very significant changes to where that tower is coming in and disrupting things, very unexpected. But it's bringing more balance into their life as well. So that they can remove themselves from the drama that surrounds their life, so they can actually see what this relationship, how deep this relationship really is, and they can start making some movement forward towards that Nine of Cups energy, because I feel like they do know that this connection brings them a lot of emotion and a lot of happiness. But again, they're trying to stay strong and not show on the outside what's really going on internally. So they're just kind of scoping things out. I don't feel like they're necessarily letting go, but they could be entertaining other people at this time too. But again, I don't see any commitment anywhere. They're just trying to stay in their own lane. As far as characteristics, this person could be a little younger than you. They also have to be able to discern when it comes to the Seven of Cups, what actually is best for them at this time. Okay. And this person could be a very controlling person when it comes to their own life. Like, they like things to be in a certain order. They like things to be in their place. They don't like distractions or disruptions. They just want to stay focused. Okay. So take however that resonates. What messages do earth signs need to know about this situation and opening up their heart? Take a divinely guided change. Okay. So obstacles and blocks are lifted once you start taking the necessary steps to move forward. Okay. All positive change and successful adventures involve a degree of risk. And that's what I was saying. What was it for air signs? Like, which we do have air sign here, but love is a battlefield, right? So all successful adventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories as you leave behind which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities, and when you really listen to what Spirit is telling you, you will be able to step in to that faith and have hope for your future and this connection. And again, like, this is about both parties being on the same page and stepping into that. Yes, yeah, we already did it, but I'll put timestamps on there for you. I'll be okay. But yeah, this is about y'all coming. I feel like a lot of you are probably visiting more on a 5D, like in your dreams and astral travel state right now, because I don't see a lot of communication. But I do see that some of you could be looking from a higher realm, like your astral self, looking down on the relationship and what's going on. So pay attention to your dreams, okay? Because there is a very strong connection here, and Cupid is blowing that horn and striking those arrows, okay? So messages from your divine counterpart, okay? All right. So I find it so funny that I was just saying that. There we go. Okay. So they want you to know, yes, they feel it. Okay. They know you feel it. They feel it. They feel your energy. Okay. They feel you around. They know that you're stepping up. They know that you're vibrating a higher level, and the energy that you're sharing with them is allowing them to embrace this connection a little more and more the higher vibration you get. Okay. But you do need to surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. And they're doing the same. They're patching themselves together. Okay. They're taking all these pieces